Ex-CIA chief lashes out at Nunes. He abused his office, by Tyler Durden for ZeroHedge.com. Former CIA Director John Brennan had harsh words for House Intelligence Chairman Devin Nunes on Sunday morning, calling the controversial 4-page FISA memo created by Nunes' staffers exceptionally partisan, and that Nunes had abused the office by refusing to allow Democrats on his committee to make their own rebuttal document public. What a joke! What a joke! That Devin Nunes and Republicans denied the ability of the minority, the Democratic members of that committee, to put out its report is just appalling, really. I think it really underscores just how partisan Mr. Nunes has been. He has abused the office of the chairmanship of HPSCI, and I don't say that lightly, said Brennan on NBC's Meet the Press. The ex-CIA chief, who last June called for a coup if Trump fires Mueller, defended the controversial Trump-Russia dossier. Of course you would, you deep state operative, you snake. Assembled by former UK spy Christopher Steele, which the FBI used to secure a FISA warrant to surveil one-time Trump advisor Carter Page, saying that the dossier did not play any role whatsoever in the intelligence community assessment presented to President Obama and President-elect Trump.
Well, it's so hard to say because we don't have access to the underlying information of the Nunes memo, which really, clearly indicates that he was being exceptionally partisan in this. And as I said in my tweet, I've had fights with the Dems over the years when I was in the Obama administration, to include on the Senate Intelligence Committee's report on the interrogation program that CIA ran. But I never, ever saw the Democrats do something like this that was so partisan, so reckless, and really just laid waste to the protocols that govern committees. And Devin Nunes, over the past several months, all the way back to the spring of last year, I think has been engaged in these tactics purely to defend, make excuses, and try to protect Mr. Trump.
You were pretty rough on the Senate Intel Committee when they released the so-called torture report. Compare the two.
Dianne Feinstein and I had some very, very
confident. This show and had some, said some tough things on it.
And I thought it was a partisan, one-sided report, but yet Senator Feinstein kept the Republican members informed and did not decide to put something out that only reflected the Democratic side. The fact that Devin Nunes and Republicans denied the ability of the minority, the Democratic members of that committee, to put out its report is just appalling. And I think it really underscores just how partisan Mr. Nunes has been. He has abused the office of the chairmanship of HPSCI. And I don't say that lightly. I think over the past year, he has demonstrated he's engaged in these tactics purely to defend and try to make excuses.
Has he brought up any legitimate issue?
Do you see how we allowed these people to actually be on television without any lashing back? These criminals in charge, these deep state operatives here. Let's take a listen to here.
When did you first learn of the so-called Steele dossier and what Christopher Steele was doing?
Well, it was not a very well-kept secret among press circles.
Of course not.
For several months before it came out. And it was in late summer of 2016 when there were some individuals from the various U.S. news outlets who asked me about my familiarity with it. And I had heard just snippets about it. I did not know what was in there. I did not see it until later in that year. I think it was in December. Mm-hmm. But I was unaware of the provenance of it as well as what was in it. And it did not play any role whatsoever in the intelligence community assessment that was done, that was presented to then President Obama and then President-elect Trump.
How was the Steele dossier treated? How did you treat it? You said you looked at it in December. I assume it's been looked at it was obviously looked at by the FBI. We've now learned they've tried to confirm some of it and have had some success. Some not yet. They say it's unconfirmed, but that's about it.
Well, there were things in that dossier that made me wonder whether or not they were in fact accurate and true. And I do think it was up to the FBI to see whether or not they could verify any of it. I think Jim Comey has said that it contained salacious and unverified information. Just because it was unverified didn't mean it wasn't true. And
really?
If the Russians were involved in something like that, directed against individuals who are aspiring to the highest office in this land, there was an obligation on the part of the FBI to seek out the truth on it.
I told you that this guy is the devil walking. This guy has got to go. This guy has to be prosecuted. This guy is a deep state operative against America. And the focus should be on him and Clapper. They are the worst of the worst. And also Trey Gowdy. Trey Gowdy was up on the Gateway Pundit, saying that the memo has nothing to do with the dossier. In other words, this memo that came out should not stop Mueller's investigation. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Well, moving right along, the Steele-authored dossier created by opposition research firm Fusion GPS, and which relies on senior Russian officials, was funded in part by Hillary Clinton and the DNC, while Nunes and the House Intel GOP claim in their memo that the dossier was used to obtain the FISA warrant on Carter Page. Other congressional Republicans have suggested that the Steele document was used to justify the FBI's larger counterintelligence operation against Trump and his associates. So what more do we need to know? What more do we need to know? I mean, and yet Gowdy's out there saying that no, they shouldn't close down Mueller's investigation, and it has nothing to do with the dossier, and in other words, continue the Mueller investigation. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I told you, like Gowdy, I wasn't sure. Now I'm sure. He's playing both sides, actually. To me, that's what it seems. But I know that Brennan and Clapper, they're deep state operatives. They're trying to take down America. They're helping the globalists do that. He has ties to the Muslim Brotherhood. This guy is just corrupt all around corruption, and that yet we have him, speaking. He should be in prison. That's what, for treason against this country. That's what he should do. And they walk around as if they're so upstanding and so righteous and honest. No, these people have to be drained. This is the start. They should start. Forget about Comey. Comey is small fries. Brennan and Clapper are the ones that have to be taken down. Something, get them on something, because these people are no good for America. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.